Hello and welcome to Baited Expectations. This is a baited that you haven't seen before because we are trying out a new format. So this is Baited Expectations presents Streamer Social. I have with me so many wonderful people that I'm super excited to get to know, and I'm sure they're excited to get to know each other in person, or as much in person as we can do. And so I'm going to be a little bit rude and not introduce them because I want to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves. So we're actually going to play some cringy icebreaker games circa, first day of a new year at school or uni. And, it sucks to be you, but you get to watch us cringe as well. So let's start with, I'll probably just go through everyone alphabetically. Asuzara, so could you please start with the prompted questions in the topic list? We're going to start with say your name and how did you come up with your name, and then the worst nickname you've ever had or the strangest nickname you've ever had on or off stream.
Okay, let me just check that list here real quick. So hi, I'm Azu, and I came up with this name. Like I told the story before. It's not such a great one, but sure. I was just sitting here and I was like thinking about a name for another game. Like I was Asuzara on another game before, and I was just sitting here and thinking, like I always come up with like names, like a match of different things together. And I was just looking around in my room, and then somehow I was just looking down on my clothes somehow. And then I was thinking, okay, where did I get this from? And this was from Zara. It's called the store Zara, and in German it means Aus Zara, and from Aus Zara I just made Asu Zara somehow, and that was the name. That so yeah.
Nice.
And the most cringe name I had, that was really when I was a child, I guess. I made something up like Velyna 1337, something like that. So.
Oh, live journal was a time. Yeah.
Yes. I had so many personas on there. And also all of my Tumblr URLs. I think I had like 10. All right, let's go on to the next person.
Are you asking us to remember the alphabet? Because
no,
yes, Balormage, right?
But like it's in front of you. You can read left to right, can't you?
I can read?
We're just gonna go alphabetically.
We are in alphabetical order.
Noodles just realized that Discord is in alphabetical order.
Oh, that makes stuff way easier.
Yeah, that's why I run the show from a voice channel in a server. Because when you do it in a voice call, it's the order people join in.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes it easier, yeah. Okay.
See, we need you, Pi, because you got this. We don't, but you got this.
Okay, I'm gonna say your name, and then you gotta tell us where you came up with the name.
It's so easy.
That's gonna be easier. I'll just spoon feed you. Baylor, Mage, where did you come up with your name?
Right. Right, okay. So it was always supposed to just be Baylor, but Baylor is just taken everywhere. It's a Irish mythology thing. He's a Cyclops god thing with a one eye that'll kill you if he sees you. And I thought it was cool at the time. But Baylor is just taken everywhere because it's like a real mythology thing. So I ended up just adding mage to the end of it once, and then it stuck forever. And so I just kept copying it because I don't want to come up with new things. So it just stayed forever.
And why mage? You just like playing mages, or?
Yeah, just every game I play, I'm generally playing mages or ranged things. So I just went with that. Most cringy nicknames. I didn't come up with this. I had for about 2 years in high school. You're gonna love this. People kept calling me Ghost Rider, and it's not as cool as it sounds because of why it happened.
Why?
It happened. I did not come up with this, but this happened because I stacked it on my bike and it looked like a ghost had kicked the bike out from under me because I was trying to race a car on my BMX bike. And I was like ripping it from side to side to try and get extra speed. And at some point, I pulled it just a little too hard one way and it just flew out from under me. And at like 45, 50 kilometers an hour, I just hit the bitumen. It looked like a ghost had just pulled the bike out from under me. Right in front of everyone. And
Honestly,
then
that's kind of a
that
cool
stuck
story.
for years. That stuck
You
for
hurt
years.
yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, I was in a
Sounds
bath.
like
I
it.
was in a bathtub for like 2 weeks because of just gravel like all the way up one side of. Yeah, it
Ooh.
wasn't.
I mean, that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, except I was
Cool, you
doing
hurt
it to try and
yourself.
impress a girl,
Yeah.
Oh, of
and it
course.
did not work.
But also, no, I don't think that
Not
would
the
vibe
hurt
with
bit.
girls.
Not the hurt bit. The name. The name.
Too late.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
the hurt.
It sounds like a cooler name until you find out why they were doing it, and then you're like, oh, it's actually not cool at all. They're definitely making fun of you.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So on to Noodle.
Yes, it is I, KittenCatNoodle. I also understand the alphabet now. But so my name, KittenCatNoodle, I kind of have a similar thing to Baylor in that I liked the nickname Noodle. I'm very
Noodly.
wiggly and noodly, but noodle's obviously taken everywhere. I mean, that's a pretty common word. Doesn't have any cool mythology, but it's still a pretty awesome word. But I was driving somewhere. I had like an hour and a half drive, and I was just thinking about it. It's just like, God, I gotta think of a name if I'm gonna start doing Twitch stuff. And then I was like, oh, the whole kit and caboodle, because I like do a lot of different things. Oh, the whole kit and caboodle, the KittenCatNoodle. So, yeah, everything in my life is puns. I have 2 cringy nicknames. I'll give you one that when I was in like 4th grade, I, for some reason, wanted everybody to call me Pillow. It didn't catch on, and I have no reasoning for it. It's just a very awkward, like, no, I'm not Noodle, I'm Pillow.
I'm pillowed out.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Though.
I guess so. It's very cringy for
Well,
me
it's a
looking back because
great
people
kid
were just
story.
like, no, like, also why? But then in 5th grade, I was given a nickname because I was on one of those Razor scooters because I was a cool kid. Obviously, from the
Yeah.
pillow story, you probably gathered that. And so I'm like barreling down a hill, not trying to impress any ladies, but who knows. And I took a turn, hit a rock, and just like flew over the handlebars, hit my face on a wooden bench, and I got like a lightning bolt shaped scar after they stitched it up. So all the kids started calling me Harriet Potter, which I thought was, in retrospect,
That's
is
pretty
cool.
good.
As a child, I just cried. I don't know. I was a little baby. I was just like, oh, everybody's so mean. And now I'm like, dude, that's actually a cool nickname. I could have totally owned that. Like Harriet Potter, that's pretty cool. Kind of cringy though.
I mean, it was very popular for the time, though.
Yeah. I think it was more my reaction to it of like, people are bullying me by giving me a cool name.
I don't look like Harry.
Why don't they just call me Pillow?
Aw, poor thing.
That's basically the summary of my childhood, Asu, is poor thing.
Oh, Pillow Potter.
Aw.
Okay. Mar, state your name.
Let's see.
Okay, so I don't know how delayed this is gonna be, of course, but basically Mairian is an Elvish name that I came up with because I used to play Lord of the Rings online, and I wanted a very accurate, like lore-friendly Elvish name for my Elvish character. And I even gave them some fun surnames as well, because I used to play that game a lot. So, and that's this whole story. I went on a website because I pretty much didn't read Lord of the Rings. I just liked the game and I liked the movies. So I just went on a website and chose a prefix and a suffix I liked. They had different explanations. It has a meaning, but I don't remember what it is. And it was available on Twitch, so I was like, yoink, mine. That's the story.
It's a real sweet spot when you can find your name everywhere with no like appendages on every platform. Nugi is next, I think.
Yeah. My name, so my nickname, Nugiyen. Nugi.
Mhm.
You need my real name as well? Oh no.
Just do your pseudonym.
Okay. How did I come up with it? Well, okay, so here's the story. So the story actually involves my real name. So for what you might have guessed, saying Nugiyen is that I've heard that name before, and it's because it's based on Nguyen,
Yeah,
which is the Vietnamese name.
but it might have been.
Yes, because nobody could figure out how to pronounce it. It's like Nugoyen, Nuguyen,
went to school with some
Nugiyen,
people
and
with the
I
same.
basically decided to just go with Nugiyen because I felt that was easier. But now everyone gets confused. I thought it was supposed to be Wen. Did you misspell it? Are you Vietnamese? So yeah, that was. So yeah, that's my nickname, and basically nobody has it anywhere. So that's kind of nice. I've never ever seen anyone with my nickname, even though it's taken on like one platform. So that kind of sucks.
That's
What
crazy.
platform?
Yeah.
It's such a popular name.
I think Epic, the Epic launcher, someone yoinked my name. But I mean, that could just be that I joined that after I started streaming, so it could just be someone yoinking my name. Right. On to my worst nickname or best. Okay, so I mean, there's the classic being a young gamer in school, the killer, obviously. That was like my
Classic.
very when I played Doom on like the school PCs. Yeah. The killer. That was good. Things something with an E. I don't know, executioner or something. I had some like really lame ass names. I think okay, let's see here. So there is this is probably the cringiest. Zero Cool.
What?
Ooh.
Why?
What? You ask why?
Yes.
Okay. You must be young. That is the age talking here.
Vel's like, yes.
It's
Yes,
okay,
obviously.
so The Hackers is
Yep.
the movie where you had like acid. We had a Counter-Strike
Hackers.
clan where we had we had Zero Cool, that was me. We had one guy called Acid Rain, Crash, Override. There was like a few more, but we were like 5 names from the movie. It was,
That's pretty cool.
Okay,
actually.
that's pretty cool. I haven't seen Hackers
Yeah.
since when did it come out? 94? Since 94.
Oh my god, I was so young.
Those are my early Counter-Strike years.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
do we move on to the next 2 people, or shall I insert myself because my name comes now?
Insert yourself.
You can't just
Insert
mess up the
yourself,
alphabet.
I think my name comes now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
confirm.
Okay. So, piebypie. The origin story of this name was I was signing up to Instagram in 2013, and I was really into Buffy at the time, and I was trying to get 5x5, which is a thing that Faith says on the show, if you're at all familiar with the show. It also has some like military meaning, which means everything's all good. But on the show, no one ever knows what she means when she says that. That there's even like a comment on it later in the series, like when she's not in the episode itself, where they're like, no, what did she even mean by that? And I couldn't find any iteration that I could think of 5x5 that wasn't already taken. And I just went with piebypie because it sounds like it, and pie's all right. Like, pie's pretty cool. And then all my other like social media platforms, I've gradually like shifted over to piebypie, which is also one of those sweet spot names that is never taken on anything, except when I was trying to sign up to Gmail for Twitch purposes. piebypie@gmail.com is not me, but you can email that person if you want.
Oh no.
Feel free. Yeah, so I actually love that persona. I love being nicknamed Pie, and I like nicknamed myself at one point Miss Pie in Discord, and it's super cute when people say Miss Pie. And for cringe nicknames, I was drawing a blank until I think Noodle was talking, and then I was like, oh gosh. My first year of uni, I was like living on campus in Wollongong, which is a town south of Sydney. And I like it was my first day at the like campus that I was living at, and it was a pretty small campus. About 150 people lived there, 160. And I remember I was sitting in like the outdoor like area where you could eat, because the lunchroom went on to an outdoor area and it was catered. And I like couldn't like cut my food up properly because I was so anxious from being there and not knowing anyone that my hands were shaking. And this guy, his name was Zephyr, and his parents were like, I never met them, but like his name was Zephyr. Like, he was the biggest hippie I'd ever met. He was like, hey, like, Shakers, what you up to? And then everyone at the entire campus called me Shakes, because Shakers was too hard to say.
What the fuck?
For well over a year. And one of my close friends to this day still calls me Shakes a little, like, every now and then. And if I was to meet someone from then, they would call me Shakes. So yeah, I was once nicknamed Shakes.
That's kind of fucked up.
I don't know. It was kind of cute. I didn't mind it. It was kind of awesome to have a nickname, because I was like in high school. Everyone called me my full name, and it was very boring, and I hated it. And the full name doesn't have very nice nickname iterations.
It just sounds like you're feeble, you know?
Yeah. I guess it's the geriatric in me. All right, Sefearion.
I said, hi. Yes, so the name Sefearion. You guys can hear me okay, yeah? Just double
Yes.
check.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So this is, it's not a name that I came up with. So back in, Lord knows how long ago, probably when I was still early days of high school, me and my best mate had we had dreams back then. Now we just have despair. But back then, we once really wanted to make our own kind of video game. Now we were kind of hell bent on, we're like, yeah, we're going to make the best RPG ever. We've got to come up with the name for the antagonist. What's it going to be? And Sefearion was the name that my best friend came up with. So it ain't mine. I just basically stole it. There isn't much else to this. That's literally it. I just thought the name sounded pretty awesome, and it wasn't taken anywhere because the name didn't exist until my closest friend mentioned that. He uses this a similar name, but just removes the A. He's still not happy about this, but mine now, bitch. So deal. I wish there was more to elaborate, but that's really the history of that name.
That's a cool history. It doesn't have to be a long story.
As for nicknames, chicken legs was mine. I didn't pick this. It was given to me.
Wow.
So, unfortunately, I grew to 6'2" pretty early on in high school, and everything was always just, I don't know, oddly out of reach. So I had this natural hunch all the time because everything just felt so small in that place. Now, I was like rail thin and super skinny, and I didn't have the best fitting trousers. Like waist-wise, it was fine, but they never quite reached all the way down to the ankles. because I was so skinny. I had really thin, rail-like legs, and yeah, one person just referred to me as chicken legs, and it kind of just stuck for a long time. So yeah,
Nice.
that's really it. The best I can tell. And since then, I've either gone by my real name or Seth for short, or Sefearion. But no other, nothing fancy beyond that.
All right. And last but not least,
Chicken
Velyna.
legs and Gobbleston have anything to do with each other?
Yeah.
You'd have to ask him.
Okay, I will.
What am I saying? That I'm Velyna, and I got my name via the Vanilla WoW name randomizer, because it was either going to be that or some bullshit Star Wars name. Because I was really, really nerdy back then, like extra nerdy, and I was like, "Oh, look at this name from this book, the Star Wars book, taken because somebody else is just as nerdy on a low pop server." So, so I had to randomize. Velyna sounded good, and that was when did Vanilla come out? 2005 or something like that. I've just been Velyna ever since. And there's this other Velyna, and it's a real name, so she's like some other older lady. And I would really, Velyna, can I have my handle? Can I have the Twitter handle? Velyna, you don't use it. Okay, you can keep Instagram, please. Okay, I don't use that. You can keep that. I need Twitter. We'll separate it. It's
I think
good.
you should sign
It's
Mr.
good.
up to Instagram.
I have considered signing Mr. up to. Mr. has an OnlyFans. Is me OnlyFans?
Are you serious?
Yeah, he does.
I had no
Yeah,
idea.
he does.
Oh my gosh, I need to have a look.
It's Mr. the Cat. It's Mr. the Cat.
Taki has for years threatened to start the Bubs OnlyFans going.
It
I'm
should
still
be done.
waiting for that
Actually,
content. He was going to do like little stars, the asterisk out, where like the little nipples were going to be. I want to see the Photoshop jobs.
Better thing called, I think it's like Fan House or something. Like streamers are doing that now.
Yeah.
So it's like OnlyFans, but not, so revealing. So that's something I consider that, because let me tell you, OnlyFans, I have to give them an ID, and I'm like, "Hi, this is me and my cat. Let's, here we go. Here's his ID.
Take a picture of
Here it
his collar,
Exactly.
like, medallion.
There it is, Mr. the Cat. That's the only ID he has.
Oh Christ!
And I don't have any. Okay, like worst nicknames. I don't really have any weird nicknames. Like I guess my real name is Crystal, and so like I don't know. I've had people call me Cursed. I don't know why. Or the odd person is like Crystal Ball, Crystal Chandelier, and I'm like, this is dumb, and I feel stupid just hearing it. So that's about it. My like name generally. No, like no. Oh shit.
All right, let's do this one really, really quick. The next question's really like one-word answers kind of thing. So, where are you from, and if you're no longer living there, where are you right now in the world? And what's the weather like? Let's start with Noodle, and we'll do top row and then bottom row.
Oh God, you threw me off there. How dare
Yeah,
you?
I don't want to do alphabetical order every time. That's predictable.
Fair. I understand. You gotta mix it up. I'm from Seattle. Currently live in Portland, so I moved like 2.5 hours. Still, it's gray. The weather is just gray. Sometimes we see the sun. It's not very often.
Sounds perfect.
Is that like Forks? Like real life Forks? From Twilight?
Like the town with the Twilight.
Yeah.
I mean, I've driven through there.
Wait,
no.
is that a place is it real?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, that's why there's always rain in the.
Okay.
Yeah, good. That's what it's like.
That's why they live there, right? Because it's
I
always
believe you.
cloudy and they don't shimmer as
sure.
much or
There's
something.
probably some vampire shit.
All right,
Oh,
Some
Seattle.
shimmery reason.
Belle, you go next.
Oh! Shit. What? You said top row first.
You are the top row.
Okay, what am I? I'm in the bottom for me.
I'm
okay.
talking about the chat. My bad.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
She's gone off the overlay,
all
not
right.
the Discord.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
okay. I was surprised. Anyways, where am I from? Toronto. I've lived here forever, and the weather, it's hotter than the devil's taint. Okay? It is 33 degrees. It's 90% humidity. I'm sweating. You're sweating in proximity. It's gross. It's gross.
Ew.
That sounds like a nice temperature.
Yo, what do you mean 90%
doesn't-
humidity
what
and
the-
33 degrees?
It's
Baylor,
just like
you want
mildly warm.
super hot
He's
and
from
cloudy?
like Brisbane.
I'm from Canada. I like minus 15, not plus 30. Okay.
All right,
Oh, man.
Asuzara.
Yeah, I'm from Austria, and I was born in the Alps, and I will still live in the Alps. I really like it here. And we just got summer started, so we had a really cool year so far, and now we finally get some raising degrees. Yeah, I enjoy it. It's cool. Was outside a lot today. I just came home like an hour before we started here. Was really going out and enjoying the night, and it was really cool. Yeah.
Aw, that's so nice.
Asa leaves her house.
I miss the Alps. I haven't been there in a long time. All right, next person is Sefearion.
Oh, okay. I'm from the UK, the Queen's English, and I'm within Manchester. The weather here is not great. It's definitely started to heat up. Everyone knows I do not like the sun, even remotely. Even now in this room, it's getting uncomfortably warm. I'd have the AC on, but it'd be very loud and probably wouldn't be serving your eardrums well. So I was going to sweat here slowly, painfully. But yes,
Mar?
Well, I'm from Latvia, but it's pretty cold and miserable there, in my opinion. So I moved to Spain,
Mm.
and I've been living here for like 7 years now. So my Spanish is okay, and so the weather is pretty warm. It's heating up. I mean, it's probably gonna get in the 30s soon. Couple of weeks, and we're gonna be in the 30s. But right now it's like 25, 28 degrees, pretty nice. Go to the beach, sit in the sun, tan, all the good stuff.
Lovely.
Halo?
Right. So Australia, obviously, but I was born in Melbourne, and now I live in Brisbane. Moved to Brisbane
That
pretty
not
early.
Australia?
Yeah, they're both
Okay.
Australia.
Well, you
Just
said it's
like
Australia now.
23 hours away from each other by car. But yeah, it's freezing. I'm gonna become a popsicle if I walk outside by my standards, which means it's now 12. But it was 6 this morning, and it wasn't. That's not anything under 20 is too uncomfortably cold. Anything
What?
under 15 is
that-
like
yeah.
I'm
So
gonna die.
So the same way, Bilo, your reaction was when we said, "Oh, 20 degrees, 30 is uncomfortable." For you, that'd be nothing, I would assume.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. For us, that's a roaring unfair. And you saying like 12, 6, nothing, piece of cake for us here. So we're the opposite essentially.
Yeah, no, I'd nearly die at 6. It's ridiculous.
All right.
6 is like t-shirt weather.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
Nugi?
6 degrees? Oh, shit.
I'm from, originally from Denmark. Recently moved during COVID, so that was interesting, flying and isolating. But now I'm in the UK, more specifically Belfast, Northern Ireland. Weather, I don't know. I would have to look outside because you never know what the weather is like here. Basically, it can be sun, rain, hailstorm, snow, or I don't know, winter in one day. But definitely rain every day.
Oh,
Is that like
Seattle weather.
different to what you're used to in Denmark?
No. Denmark was also a lot of rain. Very gray. Like that, the normal way of looking at the weather in Denmark, and I would say here as well, is just we have gray weather. So
Yeah. Okay, that is like Seattle.
All right, I'll say me. I forgot to say mine. For someone who's like, oh, I'm gonna start with the top row and then skip myself. Okay, so I'm from Sydney. I was born here. I've lived a few different places and then come back here. Sydney's in Australia. If you haven't heard of it, that's somehow impressive. It's sunny outside, and it is 20 degrees Celsius now. But it was like 4.5 degrees when I woke up, which is not my vibe. I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, that's me answering my own questions. I had a cute little one here.
Like it?
What?
Don't you like it though when you wake up and it's that cold and you're under the blankets and you're like, oh, I don't want to leave the blankets. You're
Okay.
just vibing.
So I've lived in this flat for a year and a half ish. I moved here around ExileCon. Like I moved here, then went to ExileCon, and then came back.
Okay.
And so I've had 2 summers here and 1 winter previously. And last winter, I don't know, I don't remember it being this cold. I legit gave my heater back to my mom because this place is really well insulated, and it still is.
Oh, no.
But I feel like it's turned me into a pussy, and now I can't handle cold weather at all. And by cold, I literally mean like 20 degrees is... I'm like wearing a jumper for some reason, because my ambient temperature in here during the hot weather was like between 26 and 28 degrees, which I had to adjust to.
I'm going to keep it.
And
Seth
now
is like, I'm gonna stop you there.
Fuck, I'm going to Canberra tomorrow, which is inland and up, which is going to be cold. It's on the way to the snowy mountains. And I'm going to be skiing in a few weeks, I think, because I actually want to ski again. And I don't think my body is ready for the cold.
I'm just surprised
The
there's snow
cold
in
means
Australia.
less than 20 degrees, right? So
Yeah.
it's relative.
Yeah, 20 is nice. Like, I don't need to be wearing this sweater right now. But having said that, I have managed to adjust my body temperature to be like comfortable wearing a sweater and track pants in 26 degrees heat for some reason. Yeah, somehow I did that.
Nice.
I don't know. Now I need to go back the other way, because I used to be able to like walk through when I was in Canada in winter, and it would be like -20 outside, proper blizzard happening, and I was wearing literally jeans on my bottom half, and then like shirt, jumper, puffy jacket.
Yeah.
Because I always go
seems about right.
outside with this whole mentality that if my torso and my arms are cool, like, then my legs don't matter.
I have that too. Yeah. I just
What?
need like my upper body to be warm, and then legs don't matter. Yeah.
I'm
I have
happy
the
for
same
my
thing,
legs
yeah.
to be
So-
pleasantly chilled as long as my, like, this area is done, because if this area is all G, I know it's going to send blood down to my legs.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. I went out this morning for my walk, and I'm wearing a singlet and a shirt and a jumper, and then like shorts that are like this big. And that's it. And I'm like rugged up, and there's just legs just exposed. It's fine.
Okay, we are all weirdos confirmed.
Yeah.
Good.
Poor legs.
All right, shall we do the next question? I'll skip that and go to the game. Let's play a little game. I think we'll skip the question.
You want to play a game?
The game
Sorry.
is 2 truths and a lie. Everyone has said in Discord to me already that they're not confident doing this, and I'm like, no one is. Unless we're drinking and it's never have I ever, which is more interesting. 2 truths and a lie no one
almost.
likes. I did put
I
an
thought
example
about
in
it.
there though. So
Way too long.
I forgot what I thought about, so this is going to be really
Oh,
a
I
lot.
put it in Notepad.
okay, because you said you forgot, Val, I'm gonna start with you, and I'm gonna go.
Oh,
backwards.
come on!
Backwards, bottom
Oh,
row, top row.
come
Nice.
on! Why did I rat myself out, man? Okay. 2 truths and a lie. Morrowind's my favorite game. I lived near an amusement park, and I'm vegan.
Vegan is a lie.
I don't believe the vegan thing.
Yeah.
That too easy? Was that too easy?
The delivery was good, but like I think some of us know you a little too.
No, I heard
well.
the wavering on the end. She's like, and I'm a vegan.
Yeah, no, she sounded like she didn't want to say it.
Oh, if you sounded hype, and I'm a vegan. I thought, right, I'm a
Yeah.
vegan.
I'm a
Nope.
vegan. I like more women. You know?
All right,
Oh man. Oh.
Seth.
Okay.
I'm next.
Mhm.
Okay, so what was it? 2 truths and 1 lie.
Yes.
Mhm.
I've never learned how to ride a bike. As embarrassing as it is, 34 years old, never learned to ride a bike. Second one is I have a very intense phobia of not only heights, but even if I'm next to a large building and look up, I get very discombobulated. And the final one is, as a kid, I almost choked to death on a 50p coin, thanks to my brother's panicked shouts and a very tentative father who was able to prevent my inevitable demise.
His delivery
I
is
think
too
it's the heights
confusing.
one
I'm
that's a
fucked.
lie.
Which one?
I'm
Nugi?
pretty sure you don't know how to ride a bike. I think I've heard that before. And the other two are just so detailed that I'm confused.
They're
Yeah.
very detailed. I don't
think-
believe you choked on the pence. That's what I'm going with.
I have to think the bike thing's false. Surely everyone knows how to ride a bike. I don't know though.
I'm gonna go.
He
with
was so good at
heights.
all of
I'm
them.
with chat. I'm on
Yeah,
the heights one.
It's so specific.
Yeah, they're
It is
so
very specific.
Ah. Or maybe it's a distraction.
See, I didn't learn how to ride a bike
It
until I
is.
was 21, and I only learned because I was going to Burning Man, and I was like, dude, I can't go and not know how to ride a bike.
I need to ride a bike to this.
Yeah. You can't be walking through that.
No,
I think
no,
it's heights.
not in the desert.
I would bet 150 pence.
Does anybody else
Everyone got
want
their final answer?
I know we've had some people not say anything.
I think it's the heights. The lie.
Everyone good?
Yeah.
Yep.
The lie is I've never learned how to ride a bike. Of course I know how to ride a bike.
What?
Whoa!
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Bravo! The delivery was great.
Oh,
I admitted to you, Mike.
Yeah,
You should be an actor, Seth. You're an
That was
actor.
great.
the one I thought folks might have thought the choking on the 50p. That genuinely happened, and it was probably the most panicked I've ever been in my entire life. And I do have an intense phobia of heights, and especially when it comes to being next to a tall building. If I stood directly beneath it and looked straight up, I will lose all sense of balance, which is why I always
feel
look
like
straight forward or
vertigo.
down.
The level of detail to those
Basically.
other things.
Yeah.
I just thought you were like being super sneaky.
You were on the
Yeah.
right track. The bike had the least amount of information, so you were on the right track. That had the least detail. Everything else had more
That's
detail.
true.
Yeah, that's why.
That's good.
Sneaky.
I just- they were also good. I just based it on what was likely, and I'm like, pretty much everyone's learns how to ride a bike at some point.
Baylor,
Like
you're
that just
right,
has to be.
yeah. You're like, this is not a reality that I'm willing to exist
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
That was a good
We
guess.
all know how to
yeah.
ride bikes.
Nugi, you're up.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no. Let me think. I know how to do the Melbourne Shuffle. It's a dance. I can't fall asleep without watching an episode of something. And I prefer... I don't know. Wait, I'll do another one. I don't know. I prefer Coke to Fanta.
Third one is the lie.
The third one is the lie, right?
Hmm.
No. He's doing this like 5-head maneuver. I couldn't come up with anything. He knew all along. That's a misdirect. I
Yeah.
think it's the shuffle.
Second one.
Nah, he
My
likes
strategy.
the
Life
shuffle.
first.
No,
He
he
likes
can
the
Sing
definitely
and
do the
dance,
shuffle.
man. I believe he
Well,
probably
no, but-
knows how to do the Melbourne Shuffle. I don't know what it is. Is it a
It's
dance?
true.
I don't think
He's doing it on stream right now.
I don't think he watches TV before going
Wait,
to bed
did you
every day.
make up Melbourne Shuffle?
That's a real dance.
Oh, it's okay. The Australian
it?
says it's a real dance.
Yeah.
Did someone Google it?
Okay.
What?
I mean, I figure that I believe and also want to see the Melbourne Shuffle.
I've seen
Yeah.
videos of Nugi dance.
What do you mean you've seen videos of Nugi dance?
I
Um,
saw Nugi doing the Melbourne
ExileCon,
Shuffle. He
man.
can do it.
Everyone
Oh, wait,
videos.
really?
That one's true.
I'm gonna
God.
say the Fanta thing. I'm saying
Yeah,
the Fanta thing. I'm
he-
going with
he's
it.
a
Yeah,
fan.
same here.
I'm going with the second one, the TV. He doesn't watch TV before
Okay.
bed. Not
Okay, fine.
religiously.
He was in suspense.
Tell us. Tell us.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the second one?
Oh, fuck.
I actually forgot already.
You watch it, you can't go to
second one
sleep
you said
without
was
watching an
TV.
episode of something.
I said that's a lie.
That is a lie.
Look at Baylor. Baylor over here
Baylor's-
just winning.
Pro at this.
I
What
was
the
really
heck?
good at this. The fuck, I'm next.
Baylor is on fire.
Yeah.
I already did my good ones. They're in the example. I hate birds.
Yo.
I can't dance, and I also hate cauliflower.
You don't really hate burbs. They're all right. Oh wait, no, you're Australian. The
Did you
emus.
say you
The
can't
emus.
dance? Is that what your second one was? That's a lot.
I mean, where did you?
You whoa!
Hmm.
Hey, burp.
I think I'm going with the
Uh,
dance.
Dance, right? Australians hate burbs, don't they? You guys got magpies, and then you got emus, which you
Yeah,
guys
they
lost
have
the
like
war to.
advanced birds. You know,
Yeah.
here there's like a little
No.
thing that chirps, and they have birds that are like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
of
they
a
got yeah
size.
of a size. They'll scoop you up. You know, it could happen. It's Australia.
I'm concerned I'm
Instead
going to
of
be
birds.
wrong this time.
Really? What do you think?
Yeah, what do you think, Baylor?
I'm going to go
saying
with
birds.
the cauliflower thing.
Really?
Bird.
Flower.
Mhm.
She started nodding. It might have been a tell. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much. I'm gonna go with birds.
Hmm.
Wait, did she like or not like cauliflower?
Not like.
Didn't.
Not
It
like.
would be so strange if everybody.
Doesn't like
I'm going with that.
cauliflower.
I'm going with that's a lie. I'm going with the cauliflower being a lie. But I'm not as
Oh, wait.
confident as this one as I've been in the past.
Noodle got it.
I'm-
can dance.
I've seen her dance, man. She can dance.
Yeah?
I went to dance school for like 15 years.
We were in a
Wait,
dance
shit!
circle.
I knew
at
this.
TwitchCon.
Damn it!
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, what kind of dance?
I started out with ballet, and then I really loved dance. So I picked up jazz, contemporary, hip hop. My favorite would probably be musical theater. Love me some Fosse. Those Fosse arms are really hard to do, but you guys should Google Fosse if you don't know who I'm talking about. It's great,
You
great,
spell it
great.
Fossey double S.
FOSSEY.
Give us a little what is it?
Oh no, it's
Am I
weird
doing
without
it?
music, and we can't
No?
do that.
Okay. No, you don't need music. You just need just show me what it is.
It looks real shit without music, but I promise I'll show you when the show's over and I'm not live.
Okay.
Val's like, I'm staying for that. Private show.
I gotta
Yeah.
see this.
I've never done interpretive dance.
Oh.
I feel
Me neither.
okay, so I don't know if you guys saw, but before I did an ASMR reading of the manifesto notes, and
Oh yeah, you gotta put your
Is that one of
for
the
that
things
one.
on the list?
Yeah, we didn't do it.
You can't
We
say.
didn't say a word.
I did an ASMR reading, and I was thinking, how do I one-up myself an ASMR reading? Do I need to do an interpretive dance of the patch notes?
Yes.
Yes.
I was feeling very.
I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try.
Yes.
What I could, oh yeah. Anyway, moving on. Ma, two truths and a lie, please.
All right. So I wrote this down because I had to think fast. So my 3 things are this way. And this way, people won't be able to tell which one is straight up lie because I won't have to think about it, right? Okay, so the 3 things are I don't know how to swim, I know 4 languages, and I almost burned down our house when I was a kid.
Whoa.
I'm gonna say you don't know how to swim, although that's I'm just saying it. It's the shortest one.
I'm gonna say languages. She knows more than one, but I'm not gonna say up to 4.
Maybe 3.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
I know
At
she
least
knows
3.
multiple.
Really?
Four
We
is a
got
lot.
Spanish,
I
Latin,
think she knows 4.
and English. At least.
English.
I- it is-
No, she knows for
It's 100% the swimming thing.
Yeah,
No,
I think it might be
it's
the
the kids
swimming as
thing.
well.
I think it's the kids in the house.
I mean, that would be
House.
the best outcome is if she didn't
It's burning down the
Yeah,
house.
you didn't
I
burn
don't
down
think
your
that's
house
true.
almost.
I think it's swimming as well.
Yeah, it's the swimming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you're insane!
Oh.
You need to learn to swim. You have to.
You got-
You
so
can
you
be
can
right
go
in front
to-
of the door.
La plage. What is it in Spanish?
I don't know.
The beach. I can't remember.
Mar.
Huh?
Wait, what?
What is beach in Spanish? I know it in French.
Oh, playa.
Ah.
Beach is playa. Sea is mar.
Cool. Okay, next person is Noodle.
Ooh boy. All right. My first console was a PlayStation. I've never broken a bone, and I've lived in France.
I don't believe your first console was a PlayStation.
I absolutely believe she's never broken a bone.
I feel like
Yeah.
she's
It's not
that
broken
one.
a bone. I feel like that's a lie.
How do you break bones when you're a noodle? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
that's
that's true.
pretty
See
terrible.
logic?
Yeah, I think the bone thing is the lie.
I don't think I'm gonna. I want to go with France.
Yeah.
The same thing as Valor here. I'm thinking France.
Mhm.
France. I think only Vel got it. First console was Nintendo, baby. I ain't never owned a
Yeah!
PlayStation. Get out of here.
Ah,
Oh shit!
Nugi's logic is completely correct. I've gotten into many, many accidents where I probably should have broken bones, but I am a noodle. So it didn't happen. Yeah, I lived in France, but when I was like a baby. Like until I was 2. So
Damn.
Do you know any French?
hell no, I don't.
No.
Is somebody
So
keeping
I'm
score?
an American.
Or
Said in
who's
English
actually
and not
guessing
in
these
French.
rights?
Tu parles français?
Yeah.
Oui.
That's not what I know, Mark.
Oui, oui.
I think Baylor is still winning right now. I think he's guessed a lot correctly.
Is someone
Oh, we're
scoring
keeping
this?
score.
I am in my head
Wrong
right
me
now.
no.
I was like, oh, maybe I should be scoring.
It's about-
this.
Yeah, pie.
It's about
Fuck
winning
you.
now.
Didn't you have a whiteboard for
Yeah,
scoring?
no, that's just for penalizing
For
us for saying the
PoE
word.
Oh.
It's not for keeping score
Yeah.
on the game we're
You
playing.
said it again, Pie. Put it on the list.
Does it count? I don't think it counts. I feel like I should be immune. I even have a question that mentions
I gotta
it.
be. No, you gotta just put yourself on the list.
Fuck. Okay, look, I'm the loser. Who's next? Baylor, go.
Ooh, all right. 2 truths and a lie. Actually have a small shelf over there with a bunch of winning trophies from BMX tournaments when I was younger. Used to race BMXs. I'm quite decent at both swing and ballroom dance. And I'm pretty decent at snowboarding. I've been to New Zealand 4 times for doing it.
So do we think Ghost Rider has trophies?
Exactly. He's Ghost Rider. Okay.
Participation ones, maybe?
He said for winning. He specifically said for winning. He clarified.
Why would you have a shelf of your participation trophies?
Also, who
Right,
gets participation? I'm too old for participation trophies. They did not exist when I was in school.
We get them when we do challenges in PoE. All right, put me on the list.
What was the second one?
I forget the order I said them in.
think he probably
Swing
goes to
ballroom
New
dancing.
Zealand to
It
go
goes
to Hobbiton.
BMX, ballroom and swing
Yeah.
dancing, and snowboarding.
Snowboarding.
2.
I'm feeling like it's
I don't
the
think you know how to
snowboarding.
swing dance. You know, you gotta throw people for that shit. You're like, no way, dude. No way.
I feel like we danced at ExileCon for a minute, but maybe I imagined that.
Baylor, you look like somebody who knows how to swing dance.
What?
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Not literally, yes, but
Interesting.
Don
Okay.
definitely does. Don and I danced at TwitchCon.
It's just a statement. I don't think you snowboard.
Yeah, I'm going with that as well.
Lock it
Alright.
in.
Everyone?
Say, Seth.
I'm going to stick with my first one. No dancing.
Oh, no dancing. No, okay. Snowboard.
So I have been to New Zealand a few times for snowboarding, but I'm mostly good at sliding down my face with a board connected to my feet. I'm not at all even remotely good.
You're a face boarder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not so
No.
much face mortar.
The other two are true.
Sick.
How did you learn how to swing dance? I need to know. What? You took dance
Do you want to
classes?
learn,
It
Val?
was pretty
I
common.
took a bunch of
here,
dance
too.
classes. I used to go to charity galas and events very regularly. There's many pictures and videos of me in like a suit dancing and stuff.
I need to see the video. You gotta where? Let's hold on.
Are you Googling?
Well,
Yeah,
none of them
maybe
even
I-
come
you
up
said there's
under
a lot
my
of videos.
screen name.
Well, listen, Baylor. I need you to send me the video.
Val just wants to see everyone
I-
dance.
Listen,
I
I
think
can't
we all
dance.
do.
So the
I
next-
think swing dancing is very cool.
The next
Very cool.
streamer social is going to be like a little dance thing, right? I'll just dance showcase.
You wanna see-
Me, Baylor,
Or-
Nugi.
Listen, Baylor, I looked up your name and swing dancing. I got a lot of weird pictures, man. I don't know.
Not me.
All right, Asuzara. Last but not least.
Yeah, it's so hard to remember everything because when we started this and the first person started, I was making up something I couldn't know anymore. Okay, so something new now. So I had a dog in the past. I love dressing. And every operation I had in my life so far somehow went wrong.
Wait, so dog, something, then operation. I missed the second thing.
The second one, I love dresses.
Oh, okay.
It's the dog. Dog.
It's the dog.
I kind of think
gotta
it's
be
the dog too.
Yeah, she's such a cat person.
That's not on brand.
Yeah.
But it would be so obvious, right? So
No, I think it's dresses.
I think it's dresses.
You're right. It could be a family dog.
It
I'm
could be
thinking back
dresses,
on
yeah.
what
It could
I
be
saw
dresses,
you
but
wearing
operations for sure
in New
is.
Zealand, and I
Point
don't
it
think I've ever seen you wear a dress.
No.
I'll change the dress then. That's a good
I
point.
agree. You've swayed me.
That's true.
You've swung me. If you...
It's got to be
Yeah, it's
dresses.
the dresses.
I think so too.
I think 2 or
got
3.
it now, huh?
Well, I would think dresses.
It's the dog.
Yes, I was
job.
right.
Really?
No!
That was
You're
so
for the-
Got it.
You're like,
got the
Pie's
debate.
my heavy lifting. She convinced them all.
Dang it!
Baited
Oh,
expectations.
you
Baited
saying Asper, you're
expectations.
like
There you go.
you saying, oh, that would be the obvious one. Immediately, I was like, oh crap, she's right.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Oh, that was great.
I knew it
Yeah,
couldn't be the
exactly.
surgery one because I remember your eye surgery just being such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and
That
it
eye
wasn't the first
surgery.
one. Like
Yeah.
every procedure I had so far in my life went wrong.
Oh my god.
sucks.
Jesus.
So yeah, but
Mm.
I'm still there. So there's that. Yeah,
Oh man.
Okay.
and I love dresses. By the way, I was wearing a
Dresses
dress at
are
ExileCon too.
See,
So.
I'm wrong.
Oh.
I just made it up in my head.
I just juked everybody. She's like
Damn it, I should have stuck with my guns.
Mm.
Peer pressure.
Sorry.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Let's do like can we do the origin story? Like how did you guys get into streaming? Is that something you guys are keen to answer?
Sure. I don't mind.
Okay, Seth said something, he's going first.
Oh, is that how it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
First person who answers
Fine.
means that they're paying attention to what I'm doing, so I'm gonna ask them. Give me your origin story.
Let's see. I first started just doing random stuff on YouTube for a while. It was mainly like random Let's Plays. No one really gave two crap about it. So I started working some pretty crazy hours full time for call center work. I had the wondrous insight to work in complaints for 8 years. Yeah, I know.
Oh, fun.
So yeah, having 12-hour shifts where people are just habitually mad at you. It's good times. But I had to take a break from uploading videos, and I got a notification from YouTube saying that, oh, we've got this live stream beta we're kind of rolling out. Do you want to give it a try? And amazingly, the same person that convinced Ziz to stream, Quicksilver, he mentioned, give it a try. You might like it. You got the gift for gab. You never shut up. It's like, it's a good point. So, because I'd been absent from YouTube for a while, this seemed like a very easy way to not only return to the channel, but to kind of breathe some more life into it. And one of the first games I happened to stream, coincidentally, was Path of Exile. And I did that for a little while. And what I started doing between working my full-time shift, I'd come back and I would just stream whichever game I fancied for about 3 or 4 hours at a time. And eventually, I quickly discovered, well, YouTube did a good job of allowing you to interact with folks that were already subscribed to your stream at the time. It didn't do a very good job to introduce new blood. So a few viewers recommended give Twitch a try. Ziz was also doing it, so I thought, sure, why not? So I hopped on over, and I think maybe like 5 or 6 people hopped on over. And my approach was just work full time, come home, stream for like 3-4 hours, did random games for a while, and eventually I figured I would give PoE a try. Just made sense because, hang on, does this count towards me being put on the board
I'm
because I
just gonna
mentioned
mention
PoE?
it once. Like this
just
answer
say
involved mentioning it.
Okay, it's okay. Just I caught myself because I mentioned the game that shall not be named several times. So I ended up streaming Road to Banishment, we'll call it, for quite some time, and eventually, to cut a very long story short, 2017, my health started to deteriorate. I started suffering from chronic nerve pains, which I do even now as we speak. And I had a year window where it was a mix of my employers were telling me, you can't work here. And I was also waiting for my test results and with our National Health Service, the queues were pretty extensive. So I had a year window to stream. And because I'd already been doing part-time streaming for a couple of years, I thought 2017, 1st of January, all the time in the world. Let's go for partner. 1 year or bust. And 6 months later, I somehow successfully managed to make that push. And fast forward, from 2017 to now, and here I am. Hi. But yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
All right. Does anybody want to jump in next with their origin story?
I'll go next. Right. Origin story. I don't know. I've just been a gamer my whole life, I guess. And so being someone who really liked playing games and being competitive in basically everything I did, I always found frag videos, stuff like that, really fun to watch. Like Counter-Strike, Quake, and all those. And so I was on a site called Own. I used to be on a site every now and then called Own.tv. So Own.tv used to have frag videos all over the place. And then also, all of a sudden, they had live streaming. And I saw, wow, okay. You can live stream yourself? That's way easier than editing some video. So I can just play the game and then people can see how great I am. And so Diablo 3 was coming out around that time. And so I decided, hey, let's just try streaming it. Why not? Because we were doing really well. And I thought, okay, I mean, if I'm doing really well, why not just share that with people? And then I did. However, I started noticing, or I read around to figure out, well, what is the actual best site for this? And Own TV basically didn't pay out anyone. So a lot of people were not getting paid. I was like, I don't want to be on a site where people are not getting paid. Oh, there's this Twitch thing. Let's go over there instead before we build up anything here, because that Own TV thing, that's gonna die if they're not getting paid. And they're getting paid on Twitch. So I went to Twitch, and I don't know. People really enjoyed what I was doing, I guess. I had the easy. I think I was very lucky. I found like the right game at the right time, I guess, because it didn't take me more than a couple of weeks before I had like 100 plus, a month and a half, and I was like partner ready. Didn't really search for it, or didn't really apply for it for a while, but yeah, took me like a little less than half a year and done. And then it was like on and off with streaming and trying to get an education for a couple of years. Then I finally decided, screw the education, let's just stream. And I just went full time, and it worked out.
Out of curiosity, what happened to that site you originally streamed on? Is that still going, or
Nobody streams on there, I think. I don't even know if it's up. It's owned with a 3, I think. Owned TV. I don't know.
Oh, is that the one that PewDiePie got signed up to for a bit?
I mean, it was one of the early. It was like they were like vying for like market share against. It was right after. So Justin TV went to became Twitch TV around that time. And there was like this whole like, which side is gonna come out? I don't know. I honestly didn't know a lot about streaming at the time. I just saw that you could stream. I was like, that's a good idea, because I had tried dabbling in making videos, and it was just way too much work to make like a frag video.
Yeah.
So I just thought, well, just install a program, click a button, and it works. Way easier.
Wow.
It turns out owned.tv still exists, but it's now just like a place to get like overlays and banners
Yeah.
and
They had
stuff
to
like
sell
that.
some Twitch market.
Yeah,
It
to
got
sell to
sad.
Twitch.
Well, you made the right move, Nugi, clearly.
Mhm.
I mean, when people are not getting paid, you should be very. You should just be. You just leave. That's not a good place to be.
All right.
Good business model for them at the time, though.
Yeah.
Don't pay them.
Who wants to
I
go
think
next?
Destiny was on that side as well, and he was like,
oh no.
"Oh yeah, he was pretty big back then."
Oh.
Even
Oh yeah, I guess he would be.
he came to Twitch as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright,
Baylor?
I'll go. Right, so basically what happened with me is I was watching a lot of Twitch and I was like, that's a really cool thing to do. But I hated my career, like with a passion. It paid very, very well. I was generally getting paid more than double anyone else I knew my age. And then some, usually more like triple. But I hated it. I hated my whole life because of it. I worked probably 70 to 80 hour weeks every week. Absolutely hated it. And at some point, I got into a fight with the boss's son.
Ooh.
And that resulted in me getting fired. And so I walked out and then was like, I've got enough money to not work for like 8 months or like 2 years if I move back in with my parents instead. And I was like, what if I just decided to try and play video games for a living? And so I called up my parents and were like, hey, I'd like to move back into your house and then spend all day, every day playing video games. And they were like, what? Excuse me? And then by some turn of miracle, they were like, sure, okay. You can turn the garage into a little apartment. And so I did. I spent like 3 weeks building everything that was that's down here. I built it into like a room and like a stream setup and then everything. And then I just started full-time streaming immediately with no viewers and no idea what the hell I was doing and no following at all. Just knowing I had 2 years worth of money. It took about a year and a bit to even get to, nearly a little over a year and a half of like full-time streaming for me to get to partner. And then only now am I making just barely enough to live, and I'm still like 100 times happier than I ever was in my old job that paid way more. Like an 8-hour shift in my other job would probably pay me nearly a month's wage of streaming. But I like my life now.
What's your
I'm now a
happiness
happy-
worth, right?
Yeah, I'm now a happy person. And before, I was miserable.
Oh my god.
So I'm considering it a win.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A huge win.
Yep. Like now I'm poor but happy, and before I was essentially rich but miserable.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd rather be poor and happy. Thanks. I'm good.
And every once in a while, do your parents make you brekkie? Because that's sick.
I usually make breakfast. They usually make
That's
dinner.
nice. Oh,
Yeah, because
dinner.
I'm
That's even
always
better.
streaming when it's dinner
Yeah.
time. So they just
Mhm.
like bring me a plate of dinner, and I get up in the
Oh,
morning and
that's
cook
amazing.
breakfasts for everyone.
Oh my god, what a good deal.
What's your go-to
Yeah.
breakfast?
What a sick deal.
Bacon and eggs.
Mm.
Always one
Mm.
of the 92 different combinations of bacon and eggs you can do.
Nice.
I made that number up. Please don't ask me to list 92 ways to do bacon
I was
and
ready.
eggs.
Oh god. All right. Noodle. Gonna jump in with your origin story.
Sure thing. So, as I said, I'm from Seattle, so I kind of did the rounds with all the big tech companies there. I was working at Microsoft for a bit, but kind of part-time because we were doing like presentations of their HoloLens, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's like a mixed reality headset, but it was very up in the air of like everything that was going on. And I met someone else who worked there who also liked video games, and I was like, that's dope. And then one time she was like, hey, do you want to come to my house and play video games? And I was like, duh. And then she's like, do you mind if I stream it? And I was like, I don't understand what that means. What is that? I guess I don't care. And then, we streamed, and I was like, oh, this is pretty fun. And I think like the third time I went over, she like paid me afterwards. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you make money doing this. And I was like, oh, well, that's cool. You mean I get to play video games and get attention and money? Neat.
The trifecta.
So then the Microsoft thing, it had started kind of trickling off. I ended up leaving just because I was like, I don't like working sometimes 40 hours a week and sometimes 10. so then I started working at Amazon. And it was really, like, it was a cushy job. It was fun, but yeah, I'd come home every night and kind of like Seth, like after my full-time work, I would just stream for fun. And then it kind of started picking up after I started playing the game which shall not be named. Started off
Just point
with
at your shirt.
playing the and yeah, then I was like, oh well, maybe I should give this a go. Like, it's a lot more fun than basically doing an office job. And I still think it is more fun, but then after a while it sort of had the same instability issue as working at Microsoft, and I was like, I'm gonna take on other contract work that will pay the bills so that streaming can be like nice, like fun money. But yeah, now I like edit books and work on software in addition. But yeah, basically got accidentally dragged into it.
Nice. All right. The pause is long, so I'm going to make it longer and ask Ma to go next.
Okay. Well, I started streaming back when I played Lord of the Rings Online because I thought we are so good at this game. We were doing raiding, just like any other MMO. We had raids. And I thought, well, I'm going to show all the other people on our server how good we are. We weren't that good. But it was kind of fun. People came, and then I was streaming, just doing other stuff in the game, not only raids. I started with raids. Oh, my first stream was disaster. I didn't talk because I was so nervous, but there was only people from our kin, which is like a guild, whatever, was watching. I was so nervous. And yeah, but then it picked up and I started more or less regular when I had time or when I felt like streaming. But then I did a not allowed thing and I got banned for a week. So I looked for a new game and I saw Path of Exile and I thought I'll try it out. And I liked it. And eventually I got bored of Lord of the Rings Online and I started playing more PoE and I started streaming it. The game that shall not be named, I started streaming it. And here we are.
Wait, what did you do that got you banned?
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, well, you know, just botting. You're not allowed to do that.
Mar.
Oy vey.
Oh.
Yeah, just a casual.
I never
bit of-
did it again. I promise. I never do. I never cheat, but
Listen, it's okay. It's okay. In games like Lord
but
of the
then I
Rings
did
Online,
and yeah.
you must. You must.
Yeah, actually, there was a guy telling me about some game that he's really, really good at that's super niche, and he's like, you can't play this game without cheating. Like, it is like the regular way of playing. And I was like, oh, is it kind of like, forgive me, I'm going to say it, log out macros? Because when I was introduced
Yo,
to
you calling that cheating?
No, when I was introduced to the game, my ex, or my boyfriend at the time, thought it was. He was one of those people.
Oh.
Stupid
now he's
people.
an
I
ex.
get it.
Yeah.
I've played more of the game than he ever has.
That's a hot take.
Anyway,
Log out
Very
macros.
spicy
Let's get into
meatballs.
that. Let's ruin our points right now. Log out macros. Is it cheating?
I once tried to debate it with him, and yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I was saying, like, it's probably like, you know, a thing that's not part of the game, but is commonplace practice, and maybe not necessarily sanctioned by the game devs. But if you were to compete with anyone else playing the game, then you've got to do it, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Asuzara.
So how I got to streaming. Well, first I finished my master thesis in biology, And apparently I didn't learn enough, so I had some additional education afterwards about management and accounting and all that stuff. And then I was, after that, I was like, okay, done now. I know a lot. I want a job now. And I was like searching for jobs. And I found a trainee, like an internship at a nature park. And that was for like half a year. But it was like only like 30 hours a week. And I figured, okay, I can just, do a lot of video games just in my free time because I had some free time. And my boyfriend back then was a big Twitch viewer. He watched he watched Nugi, for example. He was like watching some people here. And he was telling me, you play so many video games in your free time. Just watch these people here. You can do the same thing. You're fun. You're smart. Just do it. I was just like watching some streams of the game that shall not be named here, and I found that the community was really cool. And on like Christmas Eve, like 5 years ago, I decided, okay, today is the day I will start that too. And I started, and I was so nervous at the beginning because also like my main language is German, and I decided to do it in English, and I was really bad in English at the beginning, but I just wanted to like connect with people around the world. That was like the biggest thing for me for streaming. And I just went for it. I just did it. And I started with a few viewers, and then people were coming back so every day, and it was like getting more and more numbers. And it was just fun. I had like interaction with the people, just talking and getting to know each other, and it was just really cool. And at some point, I noticed, hey, my numbers are just rising and rising somehow. And I'm doing this. And then I just made the decision, okay, I'm gonna do this more. Like my traineeship was done at this point then. And I was I was staying at that job, but only with like 10 hours. So really, really little because they couldn't keep me for much more. And I needed something else. I was like, hey, the streaming is really cool. How about I will try to just go for partner, and if I get partner, try to have another career there too. And was working out. I got partner. I still enjoy it. It's nice. I love streaming. And right now I'm also trying to do some other content, not just gaming. I just try to find my way a little. So I still have a second job, but I just enjoy my stay here on Twitch for sure. Yeah, it's cool. That's me.
All right, we got Vel.
Well, I used to work at a bank dealing with people's mortgages. And then I got sick I have a plethora of illnesses, and I came into a little bit of money, and I used to watch Games Done Quick. And I said, well, since I hermit and I play games like 16 hours a day because I have nothing better to do, I might as well give this a shot. And if I stream to like, maximum 10 people a year, like for the whole year, call it good, I'll pack it in. I don't know when I became partner, but I'm always shocked that it's not just 10 people that show up because of how cooked I am. And I've just been running it ever since. I've been playing the game that shall not be named for 8 years, or almost 9. And it has like 3 months new content, so it just seemed like that was the game to play. Plus, I'm a super, super toxic elitist healer in WoW, so I couldn't play that. I couldn't. I'm like insanely toxic, dude. I get like, I'm like, Pepe loser. It's like I'm bad. Okay. You're a trash.
Am I the only
can.
one that wants to see that now?
You do not. I get like there's a level when I play MMOs.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
I want
competitive.
well to stream. Wow.
I'm not normally like competitive, but there's something about me and healing and WoW and Mythic Pluses where I just get like insanely toxic. This fucking tag, he didn't grab this ad. What a little Pepe Lewis. Like I just get so I said, nah, I gotta play something really chill. I can't be this person. Right?
I have that with MOBAs. That's why I'm not playing
Yeah?
MOBAs anymore.
Yeah, I can't do
Look at
any
this guy.
like online multiplayer stuff because I don't get like toxic, but I get like mad, and people are like, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
Oh,
funny
yeah.
when you're mad," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, you don't. It's not funny when I'm mad.
You don't
It's
Yeah.
just
No.
it's like uncomfortable, like
Yeah.
your mom is mad at you
Yeah.
levels. It's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
fun
Yeah.
Twitch."
I think it's the thing I had was a competitive rage. That's what I suffered from. So PoE was the perfect game.
No!
I mean, the game that should be named.
No, it's too late
Oh,
for you.
Ah,
Exactly.
I
It's a way
almost
to
didn't
just
catch that
chill.
until you.
Hey!
Unless like you guys are doing hardcore, Path's pretty chill. Ah!
ah.
Ah!
Another one.
It's a relaxing time comparatively to me saying, you guy, fuck you. You guy, you know. Hey, you. Man.
So just to be, I'm the weirdo for actually winding down by playing MOBAs, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Okay.
You know your
Yeah.
shit at
Like,
it.
I-
Like you
tense
say
are
that
you?
you're
legitimately
shit.
enjoy
Like,
it
you're
and
not
have fun.
trying to be good.
No, I'm trying to be good at it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not good at it, but I'm trying.
I can imagine Velyna screaming at you, I'll leave there.
Yeah,
Look at
they're
this
playing against each other.
Oh my god.
I need to see that
You
co-op.
should play together.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This was the right choice. This is the right choice. What about you, Pi? Did you tell us? I don't think you did. Oh, you did. You told us about the No, you didn't. You told us about the game that won't be named.
So, I, unlike all of you, wasn't really much of a gamer growing up. And when I went to uni, I made friends with a bunch of people who were really into a few different games. And like by into, I mean like it was a daily thing. I didn't really have time for games. I played a lot of sports, dancing, skiing, etc. Before that. And then I was retired from skiing. I wasn't dancing anymore and I didn't have any money to do hobbies. And I was studying a new degree because I'd gone from Bachelor of Arts into Bachelor of Communications and Media and really loving digital media, which was my major at uni. And the cool thing about how my this ties back in, my uni degree worked was that with my digital media major courses, they didn't always want us to write essays. In fact, they preferred us to make something that had like some kind of outside of uni relevance. So it could be videos, it could be a website, it could be a tool or content or whatever. And basically, so I dabbled in YouTube videos that were really mega trash and they're currently private on my YouTube channel. You will never ever see them.
Oh, come on. Give us one.
I'll tell you, I'll describe this. So the
Oh,
initial
come on, now we
seed
have
for
to.
me making gaming content was because my friend's like, have you ever tried playing Agario? And then they're like sitting in the same room as me and I'm sitting here on my MacBook Pro playing Agario web browser game, like yelling at my computer. And I was skiing the next day because I was visiting my mom in Jindabyne and I was going down the snow and I was like, I think it was funny. Like, I think people were laughing at me while I was doing all that. Maybe that's like content. So I made one video, got 100 views. I was real chuffed. Then I was like, okay, what's the next game I can play? I'll play Portal. But what I didn't, I've never finished Portal, right? What I didn't know until a long time later was that I was doing a tutorial.
You don't know about the cage.
Like the levels of the tutorial walkthrough, and I couldn't actually finish that. I just I got stuck at one point, and that's why I've never finished it. Yeah, I'm really trash gamer. Oh, and also my channel was originally called Game Wreck. Like it was like it's such a bad train wreck that it was you can't look away.
Game wreck.
It's a pretty good name.
And then to get to streaming, What happened was the house I was living in Wollongong at the time got NBN. I'm not sure if chat or listeners will know, but Australia has mega trash internet. NBN was a government sort of approved rollout of fibre across the nation. It's been completely ham-fisted by the government though. And so when we received NBN installation at the house I was living at, I was like, oh, okay, I can actually upload YouTube videos really quickly now because Christ, I could leave them overnight and they wouldn't be finished. And then, so I was like, oh, okay, this Twitch thing is doable with like a, you know, all-rightish connection. There was a guy in the year before me at my uni course who had done videos about like setting up your Twitch channel as his content. And I am the guy, same guy as before that I was seeing was really into the Elder Scrolls Legends, which is a CCG that was lovely. And it was in open beta at the time. And I kind of got really into playing that and I wasn't very good at it, but I watched a couple of people play it and talked in their communities and they were so friendly and helpful. My first stream was to 0 people. Went for 45 minutes. My second stream, after like hanging out and chatting in a few people's channels, I like had people who added me as friends and then they saw me in the side panel that said like I was live now, and that was sort of how I started getting people on my channel. And then the game did this thing with drops where they gave you like gems which you could use to buy cards with, or if you just watch you could sometimes just get random card packs, and basically popped off for a few months because the drop thing was always on. So that was when I really popped off for a bit. I didn't know that having like the bare minimum of about 150 viewers without the drop host trains was going to be enough to get partnered at the time. I thought like I had to be in the thousands to do it, but that's how I got partnered. And then they started making really bad decisions with how the game was being changed or updated and stuff, and I just really got burnt out on it. So I, again, then boyfriend was like really into PoE for a bit. So I tried that. I was living at my mum's. It was 560 kilobits per second upload. It was, you would have seen those, Baylor.
Probably.
It was unwatchable, and somehow I still had viewers.
Wow.
And yeah, I've been playing it since then, and that was 2017.
It's so impressive, right? Like when you're watching like your first streams or something and you see that it's awful quality, like really fucking awful, and you still had people watching. That's impressive. I don't understand it myself. It's like, oh.
I don't know. So because of the way the upload was working, the game itself looked terrible, but the webcam was fine. And 560 was fine if I was playing Test Legends because it was basically a slideshow because it was just cards on a static background. But the game that shall not be named was, I forgot what it's called, but it's that thing where they turn into really big blurry boxes. It's got a special word.
Pixelated.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's not pixelated, there's a word. It starts with an E. I can't remember what it is though.
Oh, no.
Pixelated.
Yo, my first stream was on a laptop trying to play an emulator of Ocarina of Time. Like laptop webcam.
Sorry, it starts with A. It's artifacting. That's the word.
Artifacting.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, man. The game that shall not be named is the only game where I played it for a month, and then I tried streaming, played it for a month, and then quit streaming for a year. And then within that year, I had to upgrade my PC to play the game and stream it again. Like it's just like within 1 year, man. Like, nah, you need a new processor now, man. You can't show this game; it will look like trash.
One of the other problems was that I had built a PC, my first PC with an AMD CPU, and it was before, all the good AMD
goods.
ones. God, it didn't work, and I was ready to burn that thing to the ground. I think I was gonna have, like, I don't know what happened to that CPU. Anyway.
I'm just gonna say this: the first time I heard the phrase ham-fisted, I never heard that before. That was a phrase. Ham-fisted? What are you doing with that ham in your fist? Fist ham.
No, it's
ham
a fist
fisting.
the size of a ham and lacking coordination.
The fist the size of a ham? That's insane. I've never heard this. I've never heard. It's my first time hearing this sentence, and I'm caught up on ham fisting. Ham fisting.
I don't want to keep talking about ham. It's making me miss ham.
That was good enough.
Okay. Next question would be, if you're not playing the game that shall be not named, like, what do you do with your spare time? What other hobbies are you guys into?
Playing other games.
Pretty much the same.
Yeah.
It's okay if it's playing other games. You can talk about playing other games, but if you do anything other than gaming, I'd love to hear about it. For example, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I like being outside a lot. Like, I go hiking. I'm on the balcony a lot. I like cooking. I like meeting up with people, having some games again, but with people and on the table. So that's pretty nice too. Yeah.
Some board games. Oh, those are fun.
I love board games.
And also card games. Yeah, I'm a big card game person. Like I grew up with
52 card deck type cards, or like games that are on
Italian cards.
Both, yeah. Everything. I game everything. I was growing up like this too. Like on every weekend with my family, we were just coming together and playing games together. So like one of the things was Settlers of Catan, and the other things were card games. Yeah, pretty cool. And then I learned video games, and then unfortunately my poor family didn't have playing anymore. Video games. But nowadays I can enjoy it again, just playing with my family.
Nice. Anybody else want to jump in?
I just wanted to say that chat brought up Talisman, and I love that board game.
Yo.
I mean, I used to make perlers, but it's just hard with the cat. She wants to eat all the plastic beads, and so I can't really do it.
Oh no.
Or she just
I used to love your
wants to be
perlers
on
of like different pots. I'm gonna say pots, potions, flasks.
Yeah, I still have a bunch of those of all the little flasks and stuff. Or I made one for Seth on commission
This
from
giant
Ash.
piece of giraffe crap. I will throw this into the sun, I swear to God. She knows I hate this. She made it, and she had a co-conspirator send this piece of crap to me.
Yeah.
It's used as a coaster.
Yes.
It was a serious operation just to piss you off. It was great.
I'm a little surprised it wasn't a bramble vest.
I bet you attempted.
That would...
Well, they actually sent me a birthday cake with this thing on it. They know I hate this. That's how dedicated they are to troll me.
I feel like I want to remind you, Noodle, that you used to go a lot of music gigs, and that's totally a hobby.
Oh, yeah, God, yes, I used to. I need to find places in Portland to go, because that is definitely something that I love. Like in Seattle, I knew all the places where you could go to find like either shows that were artists you already knew, or just like places to find new up and coming artists. Like, there's a specific place to go if you want to listen to some drum and bass. But yeah, I guess I can do that now because I'm vaccinated. But I haven't been in a long time.
Maybe you can.
If you'd asked me
resolve
this
to do
question a
that.
year ago, I would have said I was going to the gym regularly till said pandemic,
Mhm.
and was able to get some kind of a routine at home. But that's a difficult habit to maintain when the means of slacking off is basically
Everywhere.
right here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're
No,
like,
my
okay.
chair is right here.
Oh, I need to change the song really quick, and now I'm watching a YouTube video, and what was I
Yeah.
doing?
3 hours later.
My yoga
Yeah.
mat's like discarded over there. Off screen.
These days, all I do is make sure my is right. Working on.
Mm.
Game. That's my main hobby. As I said, I've been a hermit for the last 13 plus years. So my only hobby has been staying in the house and just playing different games. Just that's it. Right now I'm addicted to playing ghost game, Phasmo, because I love to hunt ghosts. Hunting
Oh
ghosts
my
is great.
god. Me
I
playing
love
that with you
hunting
was
ghosts.
that was an absolute disaster. Nobody told me the
Oh my
rules. "Oh,
You
by
never
the
tell
way,
people the rules.
You
We
gotta
like
turn off
to.
your flashlight." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, I'm dead."
You know what? I actually don't think you do. I think that we just scared ourselves in. Like,
I was
I don't
abandoned
actually
in
think you have to
multiple
shut them off.
rooms.
Yeah. One time I
Hey,
remember
Noodle,
the
go in
ghost
there
started
and say
hunting.
something.
Yeah, go say something. Hey, Noodle, you need to get a picture. Just go get a picture of the ghost. Go in there. Go on. Close the door. That's really it. I just play like Isaac and Ghost Game. I mean, I'm even playing the game that shouldn't be named off stream for reasons I don't understand. Like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life now.
I used
That's all
to
it
have
is.
a rule that I couldn't game unless I was streaming, and that was the bad way to
Terrible
be.
rule.
That's
Huh?
a
No, yeah,
sucky
that's
rule.
bad. That's a bad idea.
Well,
Yeah.
my version
Yeah.
of gaming was synonymous with
It's so bad.
content creation because it was like I got into the things at pretty much the same time as I got into streaming. So
Yeah, I
it
guess
was
if
like
you
a
weren't
social
before
way to
gaming,
do it.
Yeah, it's like I play games to relax. So then when I'm streaming, it's like sometimes relaxing, but I would say most often not because I have to talk a lot. And this may surprise you. I don't talk very much normally. I'm very good at talking, but I save it. I save it up. I get like a
It's
well of
stored in a
words,
box.
and then it drains through streaming. So you gotta you gotta have your fun games. I think if you like to game, I could never just stream games.
I don't want it to sound like complaining, but because it's not. But like streaming is the most mentally draining thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
It's
Like
so
by far,
draining.
I can still do it for 16 hours a day
Yeah.
for like weeks straight. I'll get by, but just like having a rule to like not play video games at all if I'm off stream, but that's my wind down thing.
Yeah.
Now
That's
he's a wind down.
that's like how I recharge.
Yeah.
And then streaming being like the most mentally draining thing I've done in my life.
Yeah.
Nah.
I've been taking a little stream break because my work stuff, like I've just got too much stuff at once, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give myself space to catch up. But I was playing some Twilight Princess in my off time, and I found myself talking to myself while
I do
sitting
that
on the
in my
couch
real
playing
life
the game,
now.
and I was like,
Oh my god.
oh no.
I do that in my real life.
Like narrating what was going on in the game, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about this part. Ooh.
I found
find I've
myself
been saying
narrating my
we.
coffee making.
Wait,
Okay, that's
what?
weird.
I don't
my
know.
whole
This is
life.
at least a 3 out of 10. I didn't put in the sugar very well at all.
That's too funny.
Oh,
Spilled some milk on the side.
that's
Oh,
real
man.
meta.
It's the inner dialogue just comes out my mouth now all the time.
Yep. I just say we to things that are only exclusively
Yes.
me, right?
All
I'm
the
like,
time.
oh yeah, we're gonna go. Only
It's
me
just
though.
me. I'm going.
Yeah, we as of
All
myself
right, the
only.
royal we.
Yeah, the we. Listen, it's an
We.
experience. You guys are in my experience. It's a we situation, but now it's we, and I'm just gardening myself.
I
Right,
occupy,
we.
I occupy a hive mind here. There's other people. We're doing it together.
Yes. We. hmm just weeing my plants.
Just
What kind of
talking to
coffee
your
do you
plants.
make to Valor? What kind of coffee do you make?
Yeah.
Since you need to narrate it.
I mean, it's just
if
an
you're narrating
espresso pod
instant-
machine.
Ah.
Got like a French press.
Wait.
It-
An
it's-
espresso what machine?
Like,
Yeah.
It's
like
like a
one of
click
the
a
pod
button?
machines.
Pod.
Oh, so
You
yeah,
got
you
a new
put
one
it in and click a
recently.
button. And that needs
Yeah.
to be narrated.
No, just everything gets narrated.
It could be like this
Everything.
epic movie trailer. You know, it's like in a world. You could start with that in his head for all you know.
I don't know.
It's content. I mean, that's the sign of a good content creator. If you
You
can
know that
make
If you
content
can
out of a
narrate
pod
your
machine.
coffee making and it's entertaining, yeah. Go ahead, man.
Well, no one else is watching it. I can't even judge if it's entertaining. I'm just talking to
All right,
myself.
so you need the selfie stick.
No, we need
I've-
cyborg eyes.
I've had
what
a-
we need.
Yes.
I've had
ready.
a plan.
IRL
I've had a plan
streams.
for a while to just set up my old microphone and spare webcam in my kitchen and just
You
like
should.
have a button so that like when I
Yes.
go and make coffee, I can just press a button, walk over into the other room to make
Yeah.
coffee, and then just chat to people from a new microphone and
Yep.
camera.
Oh, you're gonna
Yep.
big brother yourself.
Val,
That's
is
weird,
You are.
man.
Is your kitchen set up there permanently, or do you take it down when you're not planning on doing stuff?
I have wires taped to the wall permanently, but then the cameras, they're not. And now I got a microphone, like one of those little hip microphones.
Oh yeah.
So now I just switched to the hip microphone because it's way easier to just walk back and forth that way, right?
God, that's real professional.
That's what I do.
To-
Dude,
to
I
make
went
your pot
all out.
brownies and stuff.
To make my
fancy.
pot brownies, exactly. That's all I did is I made some wheat brownies, but I was very professional about the whole thing. Very professional.
Weed.
Quit.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, I'm
it's legal
Canadian, so
there.
it's legal, guys. It's legal. It's also medicinal, So that is.
I have to say this because it's being streamed on my channel and I'm in Australia. That you can only
Yes.
do it in the places where it's legal, not here. Okay?
Yes, that's right. It's only Canada.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
the coolest.
No
Not here yet.
mariners for you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's I have like 2 cameras, and I might get a third one. My light problems and issues, so I bought these I bought these outdoor garden like hanging lights, like really bright fucking lights. And I'm gonna hang them in my kitchen to get that bright ass light that I require. Because it's dark as hell. It's not dark in there, but webcams are really bad with low light, so it's like the bane of
Yeah.
my existence right now. Right? Oh my god.
Yeah, you have to have like the sun in your face.
You have exactly.
for
It's constantly the
webcams
sun.
to
That is
have-
the
So I have
sun.
now
Nicer.
outdoor lights.
That's magic, Seth. Wait, do you not have a ring light?
Yo,
Ah,
That's good.
it's just really bright.
I don't have a ring
Yes,
light.
Yeah, I don't
that's
have
a
a ring
crazy
light.
bright light.
I thought about getting one.
Bailey, gotta have key
Yeah,
lights.
me
though.
neither.
Fucking bright. All right.
I do have 2 of those key lights though,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you have key
blinding me.
lights. Oh, you're like, I don't have a ring light. I have key lights. Oh, okay, Baylor.
I actually got I added Elgato because I have these 2 key lights, and my my router has to literally be beside them in order for the Wi-Fi to pick up, and I'm molding about it. I'm
Oh.
fully molded.
I stopped
Wow.
using the Stream Deck to control them because it disconnects all the time. But it always works from the phone app. So I just use the
What
phone
the
app all the time. I don't understand
Mold
why,
with
but
this
it just does.
Yeah, those Elgato lights, they're really good, but man, their Wi-Fi,
It's terrible.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
All right. Did anybody want to share any hobbies who didn't get a chance to?
I also play Catan.
Nice.
Ooh.
Good game. No,
Mhm.
actually, I've been playing more board games. On account on Sis having a lot of board games and being like, "Yo, we should play board games." I'm like, "Yes,
Yes.
we should," and I play board games with Sis.
What's your favorite? Is it Catan?
For right now, I would probably say this. Yeah. We've been playing. We always, I don't know why, but we played this bears and something, some monster and bears thing. You need to like make bears and beat other players. Beast. Bears and
Versus
babies.
babies.
And I'm like,
Yo, this is insane.
Have you guys
I've
have you
heard of
guys
it.
seen the trolley
I'm
game?
very,
It's by
I was
Don't know
very.
about-
It's all PvP. It says really enjoys PvP games, so I'm playing a lot of PvP
Yes, I know.
board games. I really, I will say though, I like it when there's
Mm.
not just two teams, but more team, like more, like just more individuals. So, like, I don't know, I like being a lot of teams, and not just
Yeah.
two. It's nicer. We played this, like, there's also like, have you guys played this? There's like all sorts of like, spy games and all sorts of stuff. We like need to figure each other out and
Mhm.
oh, like
Yeah.
the resistance and stuff, werewolf, that kind of
yeah.
Yeah.
It stresses me out so much.
thing. Have you played Coup?
No.
Oh, Coup is by the same people who did the resistance, and it's set in the same world,
Oh.
and it's a bluffing game. It's so fun, and then I
Oh,
bought all
no.
the iterations of it,
Oh,
so you
God.
can make your
Bad.
own deck. Oh, I love
This
that
is-
game so
the
much.
worst thing is Sis has figured me out. He can
Oh,
tell me every time
no.
now. I'm like, oh no, nobody else can, but Sis, he just knows me.
This is like, I'm going to be the
so
best
annoying.
figuring out Nugi's tells. Number one, Nugi, sleuth, interpreter, investigator.
I want to play board games with you all.
Yes.
So social
games are the
deduction
best.
games are my favorite things because
Oh.
I find it very, very easy to tell generally when people are lying. I love
Except
them.
for that one time when you backed me up when I was the killer, and you're like, "Yeah, I saw Vel the whole time. She
Oh
never
my
killed
god, just
anybody."
don't
Among
ever
Us."
get
And
him
I'm like,
to play Among Us.
"Yeah, I totally never
I
killed
can't
anybody. You're
remember
absolutely right."
anything.
Imposter.
Yeah, he is a third imposter.
Look, I'm good at reading people's faces, not remembering anything that has happened ever, even if
I
it was
do
only 20
remember
seconds ago.
the one time I played with Nugi and Ziz on Among Us. Like, Ziz was just on Nugi immediately about being the imposter, like almost right away when nobody else had any clue. Ziz was just like, "Yes, it's you." He just found you out like immediately.
Mhm.
You almost got away with it. I'm pretty sure he just followed
Damn,
you
Sis
around.
ran.
Yeah, Ziz 5-heading Among Us.
I joined some other lobbies at one point, and I don't know. I was faking so much and like getting away with it all the time, and people got really pissed off. And then Sis comes in every time. I just need to be either with or like, always just be with Sis. Much easier. Terrible.
If you're with Ziz, then he protect.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, I think I've covered all. If everybody's shared their hobbies,
I mean, I have plenty.
I mean, if I was gonna
Just
answer-
to
We can talk about hobbies all day. How about skiing?
No, I know
coffee
Ma's a bit
making?
delayed, so I'm not sure if Ma has it. I know it's like an 8-second.
yeah, Ma.
Just
Yeah, well, this delay is really like throwing me off because I can't even say anything because it's so delayed. Then it's replying to something else that's being said. So I'm just laughing at things people say. But yeah, I like animating a lot. That's my recent hobby, and I like art. I like watercolors, and also I do paper cutting. I like cutting paper and make it look nice with shadows. It's fun. And yeah, I have played board games, but I actually don't enjoy people that much. I guess a lot of people, or I don't know. It a little bit goes a long way for me when it comes to board games.
Mhm.
I've seen some of the paper cutting art, and it is mind blowing.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, my favorite is the Kitava one. I think that was submitted for one of the PoE competition. That was amazing.
Oh man, I
The
want
light
to
books
see.
there, yeah. That's really cool.
I like your animated Maven background that you have. It's really nice.
Hmm.
It's really awesome.
It's fun to make stuff for your own stream because also I can make, PoE. No, I make game-related stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That goes on the whiteboard. Nice.
The marker comes out.
Or any kind of other stuff I want, pretty much.
Just don't talk about computer gaming, and you never say the forbidden word.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Should we do?
Once upon a time, I used to have hobbies. I swear.
Nah,
used
you didn't.
You
It was
mentioned
games.
BMX.
I used to go to like charity galas and events like regularly, and they were fun.
That could be a hobby.
I mean, yeah, because it was like a lot of dancing and a lot of drinking. And
That's a perfect hobby.
that was
Okay.
great. But I
Yeah.
haven't been to one in like 3
social
years.
events,
Yeah.
I like to swim a lot, but I used to live by lakes, and now I live by rivers, and that's not the same.
No.
You don't really get to swim in the river. You kind of just
No.
float away in the river. So, yeah. I don't really like swimming in pools that much. It's kind of gross.
I don't like swimming in pools when there are people there. Get out of here, people.
Yeah, and like I don't have my own pool, shockingly enough. So,
Yeah. What do you mean?
Okay, so along all of our beaches, there's usually an ocean, like with like a ocean pool.
yeah, the ocean's good too.
Yeah.
No, like we'll have a pool that's just got water from the beach in it.
A pool with ocean water?
Yeah, I don't. It's got a name.
Why?
Baylor, do you know the name?
What?
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh,
What
fuck.
is this?
Okay.
We don't have those here.
Like,
Oh, lagoon.
not a lagoon. It was legit. Like,
I
they
think that's
literally
like a
built
National
a
Geographical situation, Baylor. I think she's talking
Okay.
about a pool.
They
The
build
reason I thought that
pools
might be it
literally
is because we've
next
got
to the
exactly
beach so that
one
when
of
the
what
wave
she
comes in and out-
described,
Yeah, it's like a walled off
and it's called a lagoon. Like that's
Yeah,
its
like a-
name.
There
Wouldn't
might
it be
one
like
at
an
one, though.
ocean wading pool?
I lived by the ocean as well, and I
I
don't.
was gonna say
don't know
wave
why.
pool, and then it doesn't have the same connotation
no.
because there are those ones that make waves.
Those are like in the water park. The
Yeah.
one that always has
Yeah.
5 times too many people.
Uh huh.
And
Oh,
because
God,
the
they're all
street
touching
is
you.
each
along
other.
it. Yeah. No,
But
I've
yeah.
never seen that.
I like swimming in
I once
those
got
pools.
pantsed at a wave.
touching each other.
I don't like the idea of swimming. I like the idea of floating and keeping myself floating. But the
Well, I
like,
naturally float,
exercise
but the
part of
swimming
it is
good
not my vibe.
exercise. Oh,
I don't like salt water because it feels disgusting, and then I think about all the whales that jizz in the water, and I'm like, no, thank you. I'll
The
stick with my
Oh,
yeah, the pure volume. Like, why do you think
No,
it's salty, dude? It's all that whale jizz.
minuscule.
It's all the
It's the
no,
ocean
it's a
is
lot.
ginormous.
Yeah, but
There's
it's
not a
full of
significant
fishes that
portion.
jizz everywhere, okay? And it's salt and jizz. I'm
Lakes
not
are
into
way
it.
grosser.
No,
honestly.
lakes. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, they're kind of gross. That's true. That's true as
Yeah.
well. But
You ever got
like, have you
leak
ever got lake weed on your feet? It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It feels like
Oh, yeah.
seaweed, but it's like grosser.
It's muddy.
It's like, yeah, I don't know. I would take a lake over the ocean just because of the salt alone. Like, you can feel that salt in your hair. And I've only been to the ocean one time because I live around lakes. So that's all I know. All right. I've only a one-time ocean goer,
Yeah.
and I'm just going to say it never again. Never.
the notion
I only like
of
the
a
ocean.
freshwater lake
I
is
like this
really foreign to me.
Oh, it's wonderful. They're gorgeous.
Mm.
If it's not the
That's
ocean, I
all we
couldn't be
have.
bothered swimming.
That's
It
that's
needs
all
to
we
have
really have
waves
here.
too.
Needs to have waves.
Yeah,
gotta
like
have
if it's
water
just-
is boring.
It needs
If it's a
texture.
still ocean,
This
I'm
water
bored. If
needs
it has to
texture.
come in with waves, and they have to be waves big enough that I can like ride them. Otherwise, Bored. I'm bored.
In
Like,
that,
this
like,
water
you
doesn't
swim
do
out
anything.
past where it's just like the ripply bits, and then you're in like you just go wee. That's fun.
When you said ride the waves, I didn't consider surfing. I considered like riding a bull, but like the wave.
Oh, I don't have a board or anything. I can't surf, but I can
Body
just
surf.
ride a wave with my body,
Yeah.
and that's fun.
So
And
you
I
are
will
riding the bull
swim
wave.
out and ride waves back in, and that's fun.
You
But if the
literally
water's
just,
just
like-
gonna like sit around and do
Oh my
nothing,
God.
what am I supposed to do with that? That's boring.
You're supposed
I might
to
as well
use your
sit at
arms
home.
and your legs swim.
No, that's boring. We gotta have waves. I get bored.
Oh,
I really like lakes, by the way. I'm not up
Yeah?
for this hate about lakes. No, lakes are
Yeah.
yeah,
cool,
lakes
okay?
are great.
I
Team
don't
Lake.
hate the
Lakes are
lake.
great.
I just don't know anything. Like it's just not my world.
Like, because here we have the mountain lakes, and yeah, it's just really
Mhm.
cool. 'Cause you're like,
Oh,
with
I
the
bet they're
nice
so
view and
nice.
everything, and yeah, they have some good fresh water.
Oh, I
It's-
bet that's beautiful. Mountain water. I mean, everyone is like mountain water is the best water, and it's true.
Yeah.
But mountain lakes are probably cold. Like
They're
very
Yeah.
cold.
cool.
Yeah, but it's
Keith-
okay. Like, you're used
Mhm.
to cold anyway, so.
Yeah.
True.
Here's what it really is. If there's no even just like at least a little threat that I might drown, it's not entertaining enough for me.
Oh, challenge accepted. You want to go to a lake? I will drown you.
You can make that happen.
Make it happen if that's what you need. You need that excitement level.
Yeah, it's just, I need that just that
Like,
little
clarify,
threat.
This is not a threat.
that I-
I'm not really gonna.
But I need just that little threat of you might die, and then it's like
Noodles,
That's
Noodles
not-
like
not
floating
likely.
around an
I don't-
anchor that she's just gonna tie around your ankle.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I don't want
have
it to
a
be
story
likely.
about this.
I don't want it to be
have a story
likely.
about this.
Oh, really?
Because you said you want to have a little chance of dying in that lake, otherwise it's not interesting.
Yeah.
You know what? In the mountain lake, I'm going swimming like usually in summer. My dad, as a child, almost drowned. So
There
it's
you go.
Oh
possible.
my god. It
Yeah,
is.
actually true.
Oh my god.
Lakes don't have tides, do they?
No.
No,
Hmm.
but he was like he was really young and he just fell in. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that was an issue. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
see,
get
tides
choppy
are
waters
exciting.
and stuff. You get
Tides are
choppy
fighting.
waters though. Like I don't know,
Choppy?
you guys haven't been choppy waters where like
I have to check what
very
choppy
turbu-
means.
turbulent waters, choppy waters is what we call it, I guess.
Ah, okay,
But
okay.
I feel
I
like
live like I live by like literally the Lake Ontario is I could walk to it. So it's so big it might as well seem like like you can't see across like cuz it goes to New York. Like it's just massive. So it's like the water there is probably very turbulent but like other lakes not as much.
Mhm.
You know, you get the best waves on Lake Ontario but
no
it's
idea.
terribly polluted so you don't want them.
I had no idea the show was gonna turn into lakes versus oceans.
Team Lakes 1-1. Team Lakes.
Oh man.
Team
I'm
Oceans
just-
2-2.
I'm just team. I need the
I'm
water
on the
to
ocean.
fight me.
Team Ocean.
And
Yeah,
definitely on Team
ocean.
Ocean here. Yeah.
All right,
I like
we're
those. It's hard to choose here.
No, because you
Ocean
can.
is just
It's
too salty.
thank
Yeah,
you.
but
It's
Mo.
way
ocean is also
cooler.
cool because you can go snorkeling and you can just see so
Yes.
many cool things. That's nice.
you can go dive into the ocean. The lakes
Yeah.
are boring. They're stale.
No,
Yeah,
no,
but
I don't
then
think
there's
we would
sand
either.
next to it. And
Oh,
the
yeah,
sand
I
gets
went snorkeling.
everywhere, like whether you want it or not.
I don't understand how somebody snorkels because every time I've tried, I've just breathed in water and died.
You
You
hold
know-
your
The
breath.
snorkel
Oh my
part's
God.
supposed to be out of
It's
the,
supposed-
above
yeah.
the water.
Yeah,
Like
that's
you've been
what
like-
it's
Yes.
You
yeah.
go deep, you hold your breath for a bit, and then you come up, and then you take it out.
I can't snorkel. How do you keep
I
that
was
thing out of the
nervous that I
water?
wouldn't be able to do it, but I managed. I could have done it all day too. I went to Cairns a few years ago with my mum, which is up the north of Queensland, to look at the Great Barrier Reef. And we did like a half-day snorkel, and I wish that we had booked like several days of snorkeling. I could have just... It was so cool.
I want to do
Thank you.
deep sea diving. like proper, like put a tank on and everything. I want to do that. I've never done that before. I think that would be fun.
It is fun.
I'm honestly
you've gone
scared of the idea of snorkeling. I mean, not
diving?
snorkeling, scuba.
Yeah, this is a place Subnautica. No way. No way.
The people
That
who
wouldn't be
like
that bad.
There aren't monsters on there.
caves, the cave
You don't know.
splunking people are insane. The ocean cave people.
Oh,
You can
they're
get lost in those,
Yeah.
can't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
that's different.
you
Like,
could
I just want to go to like coral reefs or something. Like, you know,
Mhm.
That'll be fun.
not snorkeling, scubaing through that or
If
something
there will
like
be
that.
any
That would be cool.
That's true. The reefs are disappearing.
Okay.
Oh, so sad.
Oh, I know.
Somehow
beautiful.
we seem to have gone through our 2-hour time limit. So unfortunately, I think we'll end on the ocean versus lake note. Or
Wait,
maybe
what
like
one?
a real quick lightning round hot take.
Okay.
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 Hot. Okay.
Android versus Apple. Go.
I don't care.
That's a hot take.
Yeah.
Android because I'm an
Android.
adult.
Oh, Android. Okay,
Ah.
okay, now I understand.
I
Android
say,
for
I
me.
say Android.
Yeah.
I have Android.
I wish I had
Yeah.
the Apple interface, but on like
Apple too expensive.
on
Yes.
an Android, I don't know, system, so I could just kind of, if I needed a off-brand power charger, I could get an off-brand power charger. But
Mhm.
Android has so much good stuff going for it. It's like, you know, it's like the whole Windows versus Linux, right? It's like, well, Windows, you get package that you know it works well. It's like, you know, everyone knows where to press what and how to do that, but there are some limitations to what you can do.
Um,
And I feel like the same thing.
I'm very much a fan of Android, and Apple shits me to no end, mostly with all of their like choices about keeping a world ecosystem that you have to
Yeah.
be with Apple, and then it encourages you to buy other Apple products. But having said that,
That's smart.
the iPad Pro tempts me with its wily painting ways. It tempts me.
Oh my god.
But I think if I was to get it, I would try and source a secondhand one so I wouldn't have to give any money to the Apple Corporation. I had
As opposed to what? All these other
Yeah.
amazing
Samsung?
tech companies that just are do-gooders in the world or what? I don't know, man.
They're so good.
I don't
They're
think
so good though.
they are minorly better, but the problem is that they're all playing catch up to Apple's strategy. Like they're all trying to do the same thing that Apple did, but they're behind and they've already invested in non-Apple version of doing things, like being on Windows or having Android. Anyway, I could actually really like do a whole podcast on it, and it's a really interesting discussion.
On Apple versus
Yeah.
Android and how
It was actually one of the things that we studied in my uni degree. Like it was one of the topics.
I actually just had this conversation the other day about why it would or wouldn't be a good idea to invest in Apple and what kind of tech they're doing and how smart their ecosystem by keeping it all in houses and et cetera, et cetera. And at the end of the day, yeah, their products are so, but their business strategy is really solid and it's upsetting. It's
But the
What,
thing is, they've
having a
made
vertical
themselves no longer
monopoly?
competitors.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
of that.
well, this is it. Yeah, they've absolutely done. Yeah, so it's pretty smart. Pretty smart of them making themselves this way, and then building the stands. You know, the super fans of
That's
Mac
what I
or
think
whatever.
is weird. I just don't get why anybody like
Yeah.
cares. You know, like it's like
Why is
I'm
anybody a fan?
We need a stand
this.
for such a podcast.
like,
Yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
Yeah.
don't
like,
understand the
buy
standing of.
whatever you
I
want,
don't know
but
if
we're
I
all
do
many of
like
you
Android
guys
people
were
here.
Apple users. It was possible, not likely, but possible. Because there are quite a few people that I know who stream have Apple phones or whatever.
Oh no, I have an Apple phone. It just happens to be an iPhone 4, one that I haven't upgraded in years and is on the cusp of breaking down. So I just
Any
use
day
it
now.
very
See how it
limited.
is.
Mhm.
It's a hand me
hear
down from
you.
my older brother, so I just still got it.
Yep.
Okay, so on that
Well,
note,
you're really getting your money's worth out of that one.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised it's still going. I had that one and I've replaced it with like 3 other phones now.
I'm surprised they haven't just like remotely blown it up with their planned obsolescence.
Yeah.
No, it's getting slower and more sluggish and more annoying to
Yeah,
use. So it's
exactly.
very close to be throwing it against the wall.
That'll be so satisfying though when you do that. You're like, done with
Yeah.
you.
You should definitely go to one of those wreck-it places and get a sledgehammer and balance it on the thing and then just go boom. So satisfying. Be shit if you missed, but
And do a sound
done-
for that. Seth.
I've done nothing but take hand-me-down phones for like 9 or 10 years now. I'll just take like whatever garbage somebody replaces that they want to get rid of cheaply.
well, thank you everybody for joining this show. I know it's been a little bit different to our previous shows and we won't do Streamer Social for our next show, but I'm hoping that you enjoyed yourselves. If you can let me know feedback, DM or in the group chat, that's fine. Thanks everybody for watching and listening, and we'll see you on the next one. And if you did make it all the way to the end, I guess we did get you hook, line, and sinker. That'll be all. Goodbye.
Bye.
Everybody.
Bye.
Bye.